Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you guys are safe and sound. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rivaldo Paskah, and today I'm excited to teach you guys on how to speak Bahasa. And in today's video, we're gonna learn about greetings. Okay, greetings is an excellent icebreaker, and it's a good way to get to know other people, right? And before we jump into the lesson though, I just want to remind you guys that in order to have a really good foundation, a really good solid foundation on how to speak Bahasa, I want you guys to take a look on my previous video, which I'm gonna down link in the description. Okay, I will put it on the description down below. Okay, and I want you guys to take a look on that. And after you finish that video, you can come back to this video and learn about the greetings. Okay, so in order to learn these greetings, we need to understand and we need to picture on the feeling of talking to other people, right? To socialize with other people. And these words that I already curated for you guys is gonna help you socialize, especially to the Indonesian people. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump into these words or greetings. Okay, and it all starts with welcome. Just like all things, it starts with welcome. Okay, welcome in Bahasa would be selamat datang. Okay, selamat datang. Okay, I like that word. It's a really good starter. Okay, and then the next one, which is very common, doesn't need you, doesn't need me a high degree to understand this. Okay, the second one would be hello. Okay, hello is a really good icebreaker as well. It attracts you and attracts the other people to talk to you. Okay, so simple hello would do just fine. Okay, and then how are you? Okay, in Bahasa it would be apa kabar, right? Apa kabar, which means how are you? And don't forget the slight gesture, just to show that you are asking them or asking him or her or they. Okay, so ask them how are you would be apa kabar. Okay, and they will usually reply back baik, which means fine, and then they would say thanks, which means in Bahasa Makasih, or thank you, or terima kasih, right? And then they would usually reply back how are you. Okay, so after they say I'm fine, thank you, how are you, right? They would say in Bahasa baik, terima kasih, dan kamu, which means and you. Okay, you would reply back the same thing, baik, makasih, baik, terima kasih, right? So that's how you pronounce how are you. Okay, and then what's your name is the next on the list. Okay, what's your name is an interesting one. I used this line when I used to live in Bali, right? And I'm practicing my English with a real foreigner. Okay, not just some local that speak English. I'm just put myself in a position that I have to speak to foreigner, and this word and this greeting line really helps me on how I speak English until this point. So, what's your name in Bahasa? It would be siapa namamu. So, siapa means what, nama means name, mu means you. So, siapa namamu? You could say, or you would reply back, saya Bella, or I'm Bella, or I'm John, saya John, right? So, siapa namamu? Saya John. It would be, what's your name? I'm John. It could be, siapa namamu? I'm Bella, saya Bella, right? So, what's your name is an interesting one as well. And then, where are you from? Where are you from is also a good one as well. And where you're from, it would be spoken or spell in Bahasa, kamu dari mana? Or it's reminiscent to where you've been. Okay, so where you've been, kamu dari mana? Okay, kamu dari mana? Okay, kamu means you, dari from, mana is like the place, like where you've been, where you came, like where were you in the last, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or where you've been, like the place that you just visit last minute, right? So that is where you from or where you've been. Or in Bahasa, kamu dari mana, okay? And then the basic one, it would be good morning on the list, okay? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, okay? So in Bahasa, good morning would be selamat pagi, okay? And then good afternoon would be selamat siang, okay? And then good evening would be selamat sore, okay? Selamat sore is good evening. And then for night, it would be selamat malam. Okay, so there's 4. So, selamat pagi, morning. Selamat siang, afternoon. Selamat sore, evening. And then the last one, selamat malam, is for good night. Okay? And then the next one would be goodbye. Alright, so after those good morning, good afternoon, we have goodbye on the list. And the way you pronounce goodbye in Bahasa would be selamat jalan. There are two ways to spell goodbye in Bahasa, okay? So first one, selamat jalan, which means goodbye. And also we have another version, which is on goodbye, selamat tinggal. Okay, so here's the difference. So selamat tinggal, it's if there's other person leaving you or ending the conversation, and then they are leaving the first place, and then you would say selamat tinggal, okay, or see you later. It has the same meaning. But if you say selamat jalan, usually you said that to people that's gonna travel far, and it has the same meaning as have a safe trip, or have a safe flight, have a safe travel. Okay, so you could say selamat jalan. Okay, so those are the two meanings of goodbye. Okay. Next one would be selamat makan. What does it mean? Okay, selamat makan is what you said before you eat. For example, okay, you're having a supper together with your family. Okay, after you say grace before you eat, usually the French would say bon appetit, right? Bon appetit, and then let's eat, right? In Bahasa though, you would say selamat makan. It means let's eat, right? Selamat makan. And then, do you speak English? Alright, I like this one too. It's a good conversation starter as well. And how you pronounce it, it would be apakah, which means do you. Apakah kamu, which means do you. And then berbicara means speak. Berbicara means speak. Bahasa, which means bahasa, or you could change Inggris to English. Okay, so apakah kamu bicara Inggris? Apakah kamu berbicara bahasa? Or it could be apakah kamu berbicara, I don't know, Spanish? You could change it to Spanyol. Okay, apakah kamu berbicara Spanyol? Okay. A quick tip though on this video, you can bring your Bahasa dictionary. It would definitely help you guys on learning, because there are gonna be some new words I'm gonna put on this video, which you guys were wondering. But I would suggest for you guys to prepare a notebook, okay, a dictionary, and a pen. Okay, so let's continue on these greeting words. Okay, so after do you speak English or Bahasa, right? You would say excuse me. That's on the next line. Excuse me. And in Bahasa, you would say permisi. Right? Sounds a little bit the same. Just a little, not too much. Okay? So, excuse me into permisi, which means excuse me. So, usually we use permisi. Let's just picture that we're in a train station and you want to get through to the crowd, right? You would say in English would be excuse me, coming through, right? Hot stuff or hotspot, right? And in this topic or in Bahasa, you would say permisi, right? Permisi, and then people would give you away. Okay, so just say permisi, they would understand. Okay, the next one would be thank you. Thank you. Okay, in Bahasa, and I suppose most of you guys know this because it's a very common one. You would say terima kasih, or bule or foreigners, you would say terima kasih, all right, with their accent. But in our accent, we say it very vocally, so we would say terima kasih. Okay, terima kasih. Or I will give you a really short but understandable one. Okay, it is makasih. Makasih instead of terima kasih. So makasih has the same meaning as thanks, and terima kasih has the same meaning as thank you. So you can use one of them, okay? Don't use both, okay? Just one of them. But I would suggest if you're in a more casual situation, use makasih. It helps you, right? It's very chill, very casual. But if you're in a working situation, if you're in a corporate meeting, or you're meeting your boss, you're talking to your parents, and they do you a favor, they do something for you, you would say thank you. And I would recommend for you guys to use terima kasih as expression of saying thank you. Okay, so terima kasih and makasih. Okay, use one of them. Really good. Okay, and then usually talking about thank you and terima kasih, when we say thank you or other people say thank you, usually our response would be you're welcome, right? You're welcome, and then like they'll probably say my pleasure, right? But in Bahasa we would say sama-sama, which means you're welcome. Okay, sama-sama. Or usually we just say thank you back, right? We would say terima kasih in return. So if other people say terima kasih, we would say terima kasih as well. But the very polite one you could say, it would be sama-sama. Okay, so thank you, you're welcome, it would be terima kasih, sama-sama. Okay, and then we got the last one would be where's the fill the blank. Okay, so this is a very interesting question because, for example, if you're out in the public or in the city and you're asking for a place, a direction, this really helps you guys. So in Bahasa it would be dimanakah. Okay, dimana it means where. Okay, where. Kah is like part of the word that we use to demand a place, a location. Okay, so for example, where's the toilet? Okay, it would be dimanakah toilet. Okay, dimanakah toilet. Or it could be dimanakah airport, right? It would mean where's the airport, right? So dimanakah, and then you fill the blank. Okay, so it would be dimanakah toilet, or you can use a name as well. Dimanakah John, dimanakah Bella, dimanakah Anita, dimanakah Balvin. You could use dimanakah as where's the fill the blank. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, so that's it. That's the basic greeting word that you can use every day to talk to to Indonesian people. And I hope this really helps you guys. And also don't forget to watch the previous video so you guys have a really good pronunciation, and you guys can practice the Indonesian accent, okay, to speak these greeting words. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and please practice this for 5 to 10 minutes every day. It doesn't require a long time, but I promise you perfect practice would make a perfect result. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I would see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.